Welcome back, my friends. This is OmniFlash, and I will be your guide to Perfect World Mobile. Today's video is going to be about Soulstones, how you get Soulstones, and what Soulstones you should get. If you like this video, please hit that like button, subscribe, smash that notification bell, and comment below. To be entered to win a $25 iTunes or Google Play gift card on October 15, 2019. This guide is for everyone, whether you're just starting Perfect World Mobile or if you've played for quite a while now. The question is, what do I do with my bound gold ingots? Now, if you're starting, you get like 2,000 gold bound ingots on your 7th day just by logging in, and you get another 2,000 gold bound ingots on the 14th day, I believe. And one of the most important things that you could save these gold bound ingots to do is to buy some Soulstones. There are other ways to get Soulstones. One way is to get them from the exchange. You can exchange hero orders that you get from events like Divine Valley, and you can get the Soulstone chests. However, I don't like those as much as the Dark Sigils because you get a random Soulstone that you may not need. Second way is through Paperclip for a Villa. This is your daily quest, and that gives you up to a level 4 Soulstone every day. You can also just do your guild quests, which you should be doing anyways. Guild quests is an excellent way to improve your life skills, and on your way through you may get some Soulstones. Another very good way to get Soulstones is through the Mysterious Merchant. He shows up randomly throughout the day in Arkansas City. Try to keep an eye on system announcements, as the Mysterious Merchant will show up in there. What you do is you click on the green coordinates and you will fly to Jackson, the Mysterious Merchant. He sells a lot of different type of Soulstones at discounted prices. You can get these Soulstones for 680 silver ingots. Now, when you get to this merchant, what you may see is that the Soulstones you want are completely out. However, it is still a good deal. Go ahead and buy any Soulstone, any level 4 Soulstone for 680 silver ingots. And what you can do is you can get a Tabula Rasa for 20 silver ingots, and you put the level 4 and the Tabula Rasa into your crucible, and it will roll a brand new level 4 Soulstone. And that is a whole lot cheaper than you can buy Soulstones normally. So if you go and buy Soulstones in the market, they are 42 silver ingots for each one. And then the Tabula Rasa, so that you can change that level 4 Soulstone, is 20 silver ingots. Now, if you take 42 for level 1 and you do the math correctly, it turns out that you need 1,134 silver ingots to buy one Soulstone. Now, if you buy it at the merchant, that is only 680 silver ingots. Now, if you look into the mall, they cost bound gold, and they cost 113 bound gold, which translate to 1,130 silver ingots, which is cheaper than if you bought it using silver ingots. If you buy the level 1 silver ingots, it takes 3 Soulstones to create the next level. So it would cost 1,134 silver ingots if you bought them with silver. However, it is actually better to buy it at Jackson if possible, and next buy them using bound ingots, because then you'll be saving 4 silver ingots over if you bought the Soulstones at level 1 with silver ingots. Jackson does like to spread the wealth, so he doesn't let you buy all his inventory. He only lets you buy one every 15 minutes. Now, what happens is the tabula rasas only work on level 2 and above soulstones. So if you have a level 1 soulstone that you can't use, for example, if you are a magic class and you have physical attack soulstones, you want to sell those for silver. Now if it was level 2, level 3, or level 4, you can use the tabula rasa in order to change the soulstone. Hopefully it changes to a soulstone that you can use. I personally do not use tabula rasas on soulstones that are level 2, simply because the 20 silver is actually cost way too much. Level 3, it can possibly cost way too much. 20 silver to change a soulstone that's only worth 300 to 400 silver. If you keep getting soulstones you don't need, it may be a problem. But always use the tabula rasa on a level 4 soulstone that you cannot use. Now that we know what are the best ways to get soulstones, we're going to talk about what soulstones you need on an archer, a blade master, or a barbarian. Any physical attacker will have soulstones like this. Even a tank barbarian should have soulstones like this. Now my soulstone build is very PvP. On each and every soulstone slot that is possible, I choose a PvP stone. The top stone on each item is always a PvE stone. So when it's focused so that you can have some stats always when you go to a dungeon. However, my build is going to have a lot of PvP stones. If you are having trouble with dungeon, or if you like focusing on dungeons, then you will change the build a little differently. You will take out most of my PvP stones that I'm using. I'm using pugnacity stones, I'm using viciousness stones, and you will just adjust it to the PvE versions, such as regular physical attack as well as regular hit. Now the reason I use the PvP stones because they are about twice as effective in events such as Guild League and Territory War, and whenever you have Arena. These things are things that I focus on. But even though they are twice as effective, or maybe even more effective than that towards player versus player, they have zero effect when you play versus a monster in the dungeon. I recommend that even if you don't like to PvE, or if you don't like to PvP, to always have one slot dedicated to a stone that you don't want to focus on. This way you don't waste those stones. You keep having to tabula rasa them and changing those stones. This way you save battle rating. You can get more battle rating, and the stone is still going to be useful. So even though I am going to be using all viciousness stones, they're called deity stones, but I am still going to have one slot dedicated to the Hawkeye stone, which is the hit stone. Now I may get more hit stones in the future if people start doing dex builds and they have a ton of evasion and I'm starting to miss them. Currently no one has enough dex or evasion, and I don't ever miss them. So I am going to use viciousness stones, which increases the damage I deal towards other players, because I don't have to worry about missing them. But if you are starting to miss them, what you would do, it's pretty easy. You just unequip two of the viciousness, the deity stones, and then upgrade one of your viciousness stones up a level. Then you have two empty slots that you can put hit stones in. So you can change your build to your liking pretty easily using soul stones. You just have to buy the other stones. You can take out two, upgrade one main stone, and all of a sudden you have two slots open that you can change up with your build. Now these stones are power stones. They're physical crit, I recommend physical crit. You need to get your physical crit, or if you are magic, you want to have magical crit up to maybe 25-30%. This way that you, whenever you attack, you deal double or triple damage every 3 or 4 attacks. That's your goal, and it's not possible right away. However, you want to move towards that. And so all of my slots that it is possible, I would use a crit stone. Now penetration is also nice, but I will not use a penetration stone until I have enough crit. So you want to focus on the crit. When you go into your stats, look at how much crit you do. Right now my crit is what, like 6 or 7%. You want to try to raise that to about 25-30%. So I will not be using many regular penetration stones because my crit is way too low. So you want to focus on crit. Crit is very, very important. Now we're going to the defensive stones. Now why I say that this build actually works for barbarian tanks as well is because all of those attack stones, you can't actually change them to a defensive stone. And same way here on defensive stones, you can't change them to attack stones. So it will be the same exact build because you don't have a choice of using a defensive stone instead of an attacking stone. So we're gonna use more peak crit. I'm just gonna choose peak crit. I'm actually going to have one slot dedicated to the physical penetration Emperor stones, just because so that if I get Emperor stones, I can still use them and I don't have to sell it or tabula rasa them. It would be a complete waste if you don't dedicate at least one slot in your entire outfit to each and every stone that is useful to you. Benevolence. So the defensive stones that you have are tenacity stones and benevolence stones. Both of those decrease the damage and the crit rate that your enemy does to you, that your player when in PvP. So every slot that is possible, I will use a tenacity or a benevolence stone just to reduce their crit rate and to reduce the overall damage. No matter if this overall damage, it blocks damage. It doesn't matter if you are taking magic attack or if you are taking physical attack. It just reduces the amount of damage that you're taking. So these are great in PvP and I use them in every slot. Alright, so I want to suggest that you don't be lazy and just go in and press upgrade. I recommend that you click come in, figure out, because each upgrade requires 3 stones, right? So you got to do the math in your head. I want you to come in and buy level 4 Soulstones from the mall using gold ingots, because remember they do cost less. It's the equivalent 113 gold ingot. Soulstone, level 4 Soulstone is equivalent to when you're upgrading, and if you upgrade, it will cost you 1,134 silver ingots. So it costs more if you just upgrade. I know it's easier. Now I'm going to move on. We're going to move on to my Cleric build. So instead of upgrading, like you see right here, don't do this. Do not upgrade. You will lose silver ingots. Instead, I'm going to show you how to go to the mall and buy level 4 Soulstones using bound gold ingots if you have them. That's what you should try to do. So all of these Soulstones are actually, they have set bonuses. So you want to level them up equally. This way you get the next set bonus. However, if you're unable to achieve the next set bonus, then if you are a physical attacker such as an archer or a blade master, focus on your attack stones. If you're a barb or a tank, then you should focus on benevolence and tenacity. Also focus on some HP. Now I am a cleric, so I'm going to neglect magic penetration. However, I'm going to have one stone for magic penetration as a cleric. I will actually have less viciousness and less. I'm going to ignore viciousness more. I'm going to have less viciousness and less pugnacity. I'm going to have more magic crit and more just magic attack as a cleric, because what my goal is to be able to heal anything and keep it alive. And as a cleric, I can keep myself alive even when other people are focus firing me. So this is what a cleric does, soak up damage and also make barbarians, make tanks invincible. Now, if you are a magic attacker such as a wizard, then you will want to focus on magic crit and pugnacity viciousness. You also want to have some magic penetration, but as I said with physical crit, you want to try to get to 25-30% magical crit, and then go into magic penetration. Get that crit up is very important. Now, once again, I'm only going to have one hit stone, so my increased chance to hit is going to be kind of low, but currently I can hit everything, especially since I have a goblin S grade Eidolon. And if I dexed it, so now I have a considerable amount of hit that normal clerics don't have, because I have a lot of dex on my goblin. So I really don't need any hit, but I'm still going to keep one hit stone, because this way I'm not wasting them. I'm not selling them. I'm not converting them. And also, I'm still going to have pugnacity and viciousness, but I'm going to concentrate on magical crit. But if you want to deal the most damage in PvP, if you're a demon cleric, then you will want to go for the same route as a wizard and focus on viciousness and pugnacity, which increases damage and increases your chance to crit versus all players. Magic crit is very versatile because it also helps you crit when you heal. So if you hit a crit, if you're 25% magic crit rate, then you will actually, your heals will do twice as much heal every 4 heals, which is a very, very good thing. And it's also useful if you change to being a demon cleric. So magic crit is a very good, very useful skill. I'm going to actually change out a lot of my magic attack into aqua stones, which are your magic crit stones. And then I'm going to have only one evasion stone. I'm going to have one evasion stone, one magic penetration stone, and it's the same as hit. I just want to have one of those so that I won't be wasting my stones. And then this is what you do. You know that you need three level 4s to make a level 5. And you know that if you buy level 4 Soulstones using bound ingots, you'll be saving 4 silver ingots for each one. So what happens is you actually save 12 silver ingots every time that you make a level 5 stone. Now, if you want to go for a level 6 stone, you already have a level 5 stone, then you will go into the mall and you will buy 6 level 4 stones, because that is the equivalent of getting 2 more level 5 stones, and you already have 1 level 5 stones, because you need 3 level 5 stones to make a level 6. So that's what I'm doing. You're looking at your crit, and I'm actually getting more crit. Now, after level 5, it is a slow process, and I know I don't have enough gold ingots. It will take a long time, and in order to get your set effect of level 6, you're going to have 30 level 6. For a set effect of level 5, you need 25 level 5s. So I'm not going to get 30 level 6s. So what I'm focusing on is Soulstones that can help me heal, which are my Magic Attack Stones, my Misty Stones, my Aqua Stones, which are my Magic Crit, and I'm neglecting most everything else. I might raise a level 6 Pugnacity, but I'm going to keep everything else at level 5. Figuring out how many stones you need to get, how many level 4 stones you need to get, and getting them and upgrading all your stones took me about 15 minutes, which I am actually just fast forwarding so that you can sort of see what I'm doing, except it's going at 6x speed. After that, I'm going to tell you about essence scales. Essence scales increase once you get a total of level 15. So if you have 3 level 5 stones, you can actually buy an essence scale. Essence scale increases the power of all of the soul stones on that particular item by 6% and also gives you some HP. You can get essence scales from the stall, from other players. They also drop from Frozen Frontier, they drop from Guild League, and they drop from Territory Wars. You can actually bid on them after a Territory War, a Frozen Frontier, or a Guild League as well. And it's actually pretty good. There's a pretty good thing for you to bid on them. If you are in a smaller guild, they are actually a whole lot cheaper, because in a smaller guild that I used to be in, which is Nightmares, you can buy an essence scale there for 200 gold ingots, 200 unbound gold ingots, which is the equivalent of 120,000 gold coins. Now, if you were to buy an essence scale right here inside a stall, there are over 600 gold coins. Now, if you're in the guild I am in right now, which is Eden, there are so many players. There's just too many players in that guild that the prices of an essence scale that they buy from an auction after a guild war or a territory war or a Frozen Frontier, you're not paying 200 unbound gold ingots. You're going to pay like 1,000 unbound gold ingots. So there are some benefits of being in a smaller guild when you don't have other people bidding on those essence scales. Now, I have an essence scale right here, 6%. I just bought it from the stall because I have some extra gold coins that I got from life skills. So you don't actually have to buy them with unbounds, but if you have some unbounds, being in a smaller guild can help you get some essence scales. Now, your first one is going to get you 6% extra stats. Level 2 requires 3 more essence scales, so it starts getting expensive. Right now, I only have 1 essence scale, and you want to put the essence scale somewhere where it benefits you the most. So if you have one item that has 3 level 6s, and you have one item that has 2 level 6s and a level 5, go ahead and put that essence scale on a piece of equipment that benefits you the most. So if you're like an attacker, put it on one of your attack stone sockets. If you are like a tank, put it on one of your defensive pieces. So I'm going to put it right here because all these stones are level 6. I have magic attack, magic crit, all very good stones. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.